Let's have a look first of all on this term management. What is management really about? Management is something obvious, is it? If we have to plan a menu, first course, main course, dessert, what do you believe are the key terms, the three key elements from which we can talk about management? First of all, as you might believe it, and as you know it obviously, is a term we mentioned, planning. We have to plan. There is no way without planning. Planning what? Planning activities. What kind of activities? Marketing activities. We have to plan a marketing plan. We have to plan, that's why we call it marketing plan, business plan, media plan. We have different kind of plans. Without a plan, we don't have a benchmark. We don't have the right basis. We have to execute first. So we have a plan, we have to execute it. Things cost money. Today most activities will cost you money. To plan properly is to spend less money. But if you spend money, and we have to, you have to also think about the last element, the dessert here, the controlling issue. We have to control. We have to plan, to execute, and to control. Are you really good at all three elements? Most of us are not. Personally, I prefer to plan and to execute. Some of you prefer to control, maybe, and to execute. Rarely managers are good at all three elements. Sometimes when you think about a partner, you think about what am I good at? What do I need as a complement to complement my background, my preferences, and then you can locate your partner as follows. So if I'm good planner and good execution, I'm good at that, executing, I'm looking for somebody often who is good and better than me in control, and that's not difficult. And then we can understand the basis of management. I'm mentioning that because when we speak about marketing plan, we will have the planning issues, we will have execution issues, and we will learn how to control our activities that cost us money. So management is really something which is theoretical if you haven't done it. All of you are managing. You're managing your time, you're managing your businesses, you're managing many elements. But this is a professional approach, first of all, to begin with this term management. Secondly, we have to plan. To plan, there are many phases of planning. The first level is vision. Is to think about, is to plan a long-term approach. Where are you heading on the long run? In 5 years, in 10 years from now, depends on your ages, what is long-term. What is really your approach? What is really your vision professionally? I'm not talking about socially. I'm not talking about your family affairs. I'm talking about as business people. Where are you heading? What is success according to you? What are the criteria of success of you, sir, and you, lady, over there at the back? What for you is vision? Vision is something amorphic. It is something without numbers. You cannot tell me in the year 2020 I'll have a chain of 15 shops selling clothes in Northern America. It is too practical. It is too exact. We're talking about something more generic. Today most companies in their website, whether they're larger or smaller, they'll have their vision, and obviously this is open and public. There are no secrets there. In order to achieve my vision, and think about it even when I'm walking in the desert at night, I can realize where is the star of the north, the northern star, and I'm lost. And I'll walk straight. If I can realize which star is the northern star, I'll walk straight at night. I won't get lost. I'll never reach the star physically, but at least I know where to head, where to walk, and believe me, I won't get lost. So vision is that. I have to achieve it. I have one way, I might have several ways how to get to this vision. I need what we call a master plan. Again, the word plan comes about. This term is very problematic as we call it and tend to use this word a lot. Often we don't really understand what we say and did we use it properly. the word strategy. Strategy are these key plans, action plans. How can I achieve my vision? It's a long-term, again, thought, not maybe 5 or 10 years. You can think today about 1 year. In some countries it's a long-term. 3 years is really long-term in other countries. We're talking about 1 to 3 to 5 years sometimes of a plan. You have few options. You have to opt. You have to take decisions. Now within the strategy, we're doing many activities. You came here this morning. It's a course. We have all these sessions. This is a small event, has a beginning, has an end. We can call it tactics. So we have vision, long run, not very clear, but we know where to head. We have our strategies from which we can select the best way for us, the best strategy for us to get there. We have tactics. And for a big company, it can be a sales day. It can be a commercial campaign, advertising campaign with commercial attributes. It can be a mailing to send a mail to 200 of my customers or 20,000 of my customers. These are short-term activities. They have a beginning, they have an end, tactical issues. Sometimes, if I'm writing around this dotted line, drawing around this dotted line, I can speak about a fourth level, which are standards. What are your standards and your businesses? So if I have a chain of restaurants, my vision can be, in 20 years' time, we'll have the largest chain in Europe with our brand. When people will think about our brand, they'll think about quality, they'll think about gastronomy, and that's fine. That's our vision. And if we achieve that in 20 years, excellent. Even 25, it's okay. Our strategy is to start with the one main business, one location, prime location, let's say in Paris. We will develop standards. And every year we'll open 2 or 3 more of our restaurants. First of all in France. Once we achieve 10, we can move onwards. Strategy can have impact, whether it's marketing, whether it's finance, whether it's human resources, all the management issues. And then we have tactical issues, which are very limited to a region. For example, in Belgium, our restaurants will have other standards appealing to the local culture, whether it's seafood that we have to add, just as an example for Belgium. And finally, these standards. When we start to enter Spain, our standards will be, opening hours will be different, the way we answer the phone might be different. Okay? Good morning, welcome to our chain, my name is Danny, may I help you? I might answer this way in Spain, whether it's different, probably different than the way I'll answer a phone in France. So we have here 4 levels of planning. Again, vision, strategy, tactics, and standards. And when we speak about services, what counts most is bottom-up. First of all, think about, can you cope with standards? You might have dreams up there. That's why it is like a cloud, like a dream. Can you really think about it? We have to start with standards. When we speak about products and commodities, we must go properly from the top down. And at the end of the day, we'll have to develop our own standards. So we just spoke about, on one side, management, what is it about? On the other side, we spoke about these 4 levels of planning. Again, vision, strategy, tactics, and standards. And let's now tackle the marketing plan, which is really a bit of both. It's a blend, it's a mix of what this part represents and the other part represents. So let's start with a very simple term, marketing plan. And this might represent for us a marketing plan in a few minutes. But before we tackle a marketing plan, we have skipped something. We have skipped a term which everybody knows. We heard about it. It's called B-plan or business plan. What is that? It is also related to the marketing plan. That's why we'll wait a few more minutes. Let's talk about business plan.